But speaking of Control, I guess we can just bring this up now. Let me see if I can find the trailer. I haven't watched the trailer since the Game Awards, but they should have a separate trailer out. Yeah. Let me see. Announcement trailer. Oh, there's two separate ones. I want to watch the one that's on the Remedy Entertainment website. Or like, not website, but YouTube. YouTube. And then we're watching this trailer again. I will be pausing during this trailer now. So, if you haven't seen it before, you'll be seeing it with a lot of pausing. Okay. Now. Trailer. Audio.
Do you feel it? Something is coming.
Do you feel it, Camus? Do you feel it? Ooh, this is slightly different than the Game Awards one, I think. Ooh, yeah, it doesn't have the same opening, obviously.
An intrusive pattern.
Ooh. Much picnic.
Dagger.
Oh, Poco, is this the Control trailer? It is! It has much pigeons, much...
Power.
Oh, and also, Poco, if you haven't played Control yet, I'm going to be pitching this game to, like, literally all my friends. And all of you Camos as well. Camos and also fellow VTubers need to play Control, but they're saying this game can be, like, a fresh entry to the series. You don't need to play, like, the other games to play this. Pigeons. I love this shot. I love this. Oh my god. Okay, this blew my mind. Yeah. Your friends are big fans of Alan Wake and Control? Yes. Yeah, it's so good. It's so good. And also, it's on sale right now. It's so much on sale. But yeah, I was not expecting... Okay, so... I feel like what I was expecting for Control 2 Camos was like... Okay, you play as Jesse... Maybe diving deeper into the oldest house, diving deeper into, like, maybe alt dimensions or where things are coming from. I was not expecting whatever is happening in the oldest house to bleed out into Manhattan. This has been confirmed as Manhattan. I'll read, like, the press release stuff for you guys. But I was not expecting this to, like, bleed out into the city, which is pretty cool. The style of trippy cityscape was your favorite part of the Doctor Strange movie. You're super hyped seeing it here. Yeah. You were so shocked? Yeah, I was really shocked.
Reshaping reality as we know it.
Yeah. Look at that. Oh, and then this looks like the mold. Okay, so in Control, obviously the hiss. Okay, this, if you haven't played this, then you're learning some new stuff here, and I'm saying words that doesn't make sense, but don't worry about it. But the main enemy in Control 1 was obviously the hiss, but you also had the mold and the mold people, the like zombie-like people, and it looks like it's not just the hiss that has escaped the oldest house and like encroached on Manhattan. This looks like the mold. I could be wrong, but that's my guess.
Everything we
and also, yeah, I still have a Control DLC left to play. Oh, and then we have the hiss, of course, hissing at us. Is it the real Manhattan or maybe some copy in a different dimension? No, I think this is the real Manhattan.
Eventually
much hissing.
its way out.
And I think this is kind of like... This is the oldest house entrance, right? I think we're kind of like seeing the ground zero, the breakout, whatever happened, just like yeet out of the oldest house, murdering its way out. Yeah. And then we got Dylan. Oh my god, this was my biggest shock, okay? I always like... You know, I started forgetting Dylan's name at some parts of the ending of Control because I'm just like, I really want to punch his face. So my brain started like filing him under I really want to punch his face guy, aka Jesse's brother. So this is huge. This is huge.
Must have had good reasons.
And also, you can see time has passed because his hair has grown and he has a beard.
We were not prepared.
It was kind of evil. To be fair, I would say it's not not entirely his fault, though. He was raised in this place and experimented on, so I feel like it's understandable he turned cray-cray, and then he was also corrupted by the his, but yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the Lin is no longer an egg. Ooh. Oh my god. Rise inside the board! I wonder if this is the board or the other, actually. I was thinking about this. It's not necessarily the board that's talking to him. It could be the other. Or it could be like another entity in this like alt dimension. Because it doesn't quite seem like the board. I feel like it's more the other, possibly? I don't know. I'm so intrigued! I'm so intrigued, Cobbles! Oh my god. The sibling has gone rogue fishing. Yeah, and I think that's this is his weapon. This is the weapon that he gets. It's like this thingy. This huge thingy here. That you see him holding. And yeah, Jessie is doing something. Something unknown. We don't know. But she's doing something. Bonk stick? Yeah, he has a cool weapon. This is a whole new vibe from the game. You're glad you're leaning into more insane visuals? Yeah, even crazier. And the music is so good. Look at this. Oh god, it looks so epic. One thing you just thought of, if Jessie has gone rogue, what if she intentionally releases stuff into Manhattan? I feel like, doesn't feel like something Jessie would do, but you never know. You never know. They get super trippy with their storytelling, which I love. You're glad we don't have a gun anymore? Yeah, he seems to have a melee weapon. He gets the big bonk hammer. The big bonk. Oh, and you see him here, double stick basically. Whoa, was this in the OG trailer? I don't remember. I was so hyped. A scythe? Yeah, he gets a scythe. Oh. Seems all melee. Oh, it gets turned into fists? Ooh. It was? Yeah, it was not. It was? Oh my god. I was so hyped. Control resonant.
Pace yourself.
Ooh. Pace yourself, Jessie. She's obviously still in it, but...
It's gonna get weirder.
Yeah, it's going to get weirder. Yeah. Oh god. I was too busy not breathing to notice. Yeah, we're going to have to slow down this part for a second here. Okay, so he has double stick weapon. Double stick weapon. Whatever is going here. That's... people? Crazy. I don't know. Crazy stuff. Wait. What's that? There. Some crazy room stuff going on. Is that person sitting in the middle? I don't know. This here... I just want to see, like, what weapon forms they're showing here. That looks like claws, almost. And also, this is a super trippy scene. This must be, like, in the city, like, in a subway, like, broken up, like, crazy subway scene. That's crazy. I love it. Yeah, this looks like claws, almost. Upside down sequence, some apartments or something, or an office building. The scale is so whack, it's hard to say what everything is. Yeah. We hope you get to see the janitor again. Oh my god, Ahti is better be in it. If he's not in it... Yeah, Ahti. It's A-H-T-I, I think he's spelled. Oh yeah, floating people was in control. Floating people is his thing. Also, big bonk hammer. Yes. Scythe, though. Oh god, I'm hyped for the scythe. The scythe looks great. And then whatever is going on here with this enemy, this is very hiss in the background. As someone who's only heard the name, what genre of game is this? This is an action game. And they kind of call it that themselves. It's like action... I would say like with horror, mind-trippy aspects, the narrative of Remedy's games is amazing. Like, they do an amazing narrative. Like, you can dive so deeply into the story. It's great. And also, if you like SCP stuff, basically, yeah, it's like SCP style lore. Like, they don't call it SCP, but they have like altered world events, altered items, and stuff like that, and people that can be like basically like attain like altered status and stuff, and like have powers, which is what the main characters have. Like they have like powers and things, which is the reason why they can use anomalous objects and stuff. I gotta deep dive back into the lore again for all the terminology, but also yeah, this is a look at that fist weapon, fist combos, punch. Yes, objects of power. Yeah, objects of power, anomalous objects, OOPs and stuff. It goes so deep. Whatever was going on with that boss, whatever this thing is, I don't know. Whatever this thing is, I don't know. I love all of it. Oh, this is so good. This was a great trailer. And this game is coming out this year. I'm guessing late summer or early fall at the earliest. You're the man a quack because of a duck VTuber? Quack. I say quack whenever I want to. I say quack whenever I want to, Kamos. Let me hide the trailer temporarily. Feel like they're leaning into cosmic horror at this point. Yeah, it's like kind of like eldritchy vibes. Okay, now let me get out some of their press releases and stuff. Great trailer and completely unexpected. I thought this was like a year out at minimum. I thought this was a year away. I completely like baffled. Completely baffled, Kamals. in the greatest of ways. Okay, let me just find the images that I saved. Oh yeah, this was quite funny. This is Mikael Kasurinen, who's oh god, what is his role again? He is the director. He's the director of Control. Yes. He posted this. This was their first draft for the scene. He posted this on Twitter. This was the first draft for the Game Awards like scene show that they did. My nuanced yet expressive first sketch of the Control Resonant TGA stage show. Wires holding the performer. The character changes they pose as they're slowly going downwards. Lightning focused on the character. Cage lit up only at the end. This was really funny. Back up the napkin blueprints. You love it, yeah. I don't think he was at the Game Awards, but they had some crew on stage apparently. And then also, let me find other stuff. Yes, this was the really interesting thing. So this is from the Discord. Yes, this is from the Remedy Entertainment Discord. Well, late last night after, or was it early this morning? This was after the Game Awards happened. This is the same guy, Mikael Kasurinen, like the director of Control. He posted in the Discord, which actually contains some extra information that I thought was interesting. So I'll just read this out. So, hello everyone, my name is Mikael Kasurinen. I'm the creative director of Control Resonant. In 2019, the oldest house went into lockdown. 6 months later, the rest of the world followed. Emily Pope would suggest that there's some kind of synchronicity at play. So yeah, that was obviously COVID happening back in 2020. It feels like a lifetime ago. Like everyone else, we had our ups and downs throughout the years, but we had a goal to create an exciting, unexpected continuation of the first Control game. My starting point was a question. What's the worst thing that could happen? The team's response was a lot of sweaty emojis. So that's apparently the starting point for when they were making Control Resonant, which I guess explains why everything from the oldest house is kind of exploded into Manhattan. It's because that's like the worst case scenario, and that's what they're going for. But you know, gotta love that. They're not pulling punches. On the surface, all this seems like a lot, but there's a deep foundation. All of this revolves around the siblings. They're the emotional core of these two games. So we have Jesse and Dylan. Ahti retired. Oh my god, if Ahti retired, and that's why everything exploded, that'd be crazy. And also, hi for jumping in. Hi, konkanana. Both Jesse and Dylan try to take control of their own lives, but on the path to self-discovery, there are no shortcuts. After entering the oldest house together with Jesse, I wanted to flip the perspective. A reverse journey that takes us back from the depths and out into the light, throughout the eyes of a new hero who hasn't seen the sun in over 20 years. And when I read it, I was like, oh my god, that kind of makes sense. Because Jessie, like, obviously she grew up out in the normal world, and then kind of broke into the oldest house in Control and kind of like got to know all the weird stuff there. But Dylan has been confined in the oldest house his whole life. So now you're playing from the perspective of someone that's like hasn't seen the outside world in like literally forever. Though the outside world is probably going to be trippy, but yeah, he has basically been a lab rat his whole life. Yeah. Not really broken in, but rather let in. I mean, you know, semantics, or yeah, it doesn't matter too much, but it's the flip side. Yeah. And then he goes on to say, I've rarely been this nervous. Luckily, I'm surrounded by an incredible team, and together we've been building, shaping, and creating this experience over the years. And now we're ready to share it with you. I couldn't be more proud of what we achieved. I know it's all a little wild, but I hope you, our fans, and anyone willing are ready to jump in. Because I'll be honest, it's the only way to find out what the hell is going on with Control Resident. yeah, I think that makes sense. Like, you could like analyze the trailer, which I kind of like. We skipped through it a little bit. You could analyze this trailer into insanity, but it's not really going to tell us that much other than theories until I get the game and I can play it, and then I'll know. Maybe. maybe. Well, I know the title isn't Control 2, but this is Control 2. Control Resonant. It's the follow-up. Number 2s of games doesn't always have number 2 in the title. We need a corkboard? Maybe I'll need a corkboard. Who knows? Wonder how Alan Wake will lore-wise tie into this? Yeah, that would be interesting. Let me see. Was this? Okay, I have some other screenshots, but those are for Expedition 33, which we'll look at before I start playing that. I have some other stuff though, because they also have a press release, like Divinity had. Remedy Entertainment unveils Control Resonant, sequel to the multi-award-winning and critically acclaimed Control that will launch in 2026. Okay, this is what they're calling it. Open-ended action-adventure RPG. Invites players to experience a fractured reality. So for the comments that was wondering about the genre, this is what they say about the genre themselves. Open-ended action-adventure RPG. The open-ended, that kind of tells me that the story isn't ending in the game, and that we're probably getting... Are we getting... I mean, we're probably getting Alan Wake 3, I'm assuming, in the future. And then... Also... Is that RPG mechanics? I mean, RPG means a lot of stuff nowadays. I mean, it's a lot of stuff nowadays. Control 3 T's? Yeah, Control 3 T's, maybe. Okay, let me see. I won't read out the entirety of this because it's pretty long, but I'll read the interesting parts. Yeah, players will explore a warped Manhattan on the brink of paranatural annihilation in this thrilling action-adventure RPG. So yes, it is real Manhattan. It shouldn't be an alternate universe Manhattan. This should be like real-world Manhattan. But it's on the verge of paranatural annihilation, which paranatural, that's kind of like the SCP, like supernatural stuff that goes on in the Control universe. And it's, you know, on the verge of destroying the entire city. RPG mechanics in this case may refer to the upgrade system and learning enhancing new powers. Yeah, that was kind of in Control 1, so... Yeah. Wonder if Manhattan and Control is the same size as Spider-Man? I mean, we can only find out. Let me see. Yeah. Control Resonant will be published by Remedy Entertainment, and Annapurna Pictures are co-financing and co-producing the game as part of a strategic partnership with Remedy Entertainment. This was kind of revealed a while back that Remedy is working with Annapurna Pictures and stuff. And it's going to be released on PlayStation 5, Xbox XS, PC via Steam, and also Mac via Steam and App Store. So they're releasing on multiple platforms, probably at the same time as I'm assuming. Oh, and this is the story stuff. After years in confinement at the hands of the Federal Bureau of Control, FBC, Dylan Faden's former captors are deploying him at the peak of a supernatural crisis. So, they're the one deploying him. So he's not breaking out or anything. He's getting deployed. Probably because Jesse is MIA. Yeah. Didn't know they were working with Annapurna. You associate them with smaller indies usually. Yeah, they are working with Annapurna nowadays. Let me see. Charged with combating a mysterious cosmic entity. Oh, but Kamos has said that we're leaning into cosmic stuff. You were right. I actually haven't read this before, Kamos. I was waiting to read it on stream. But you were right on the money. Literally, they're calling it a cosmic entity here. Charged with combating a mysterious cosmic entity as it alters fundamental aspects of our reality, Dylan must harness his newfound powers to take the fight to the myriad threats overwhelming Manhattan. Yeah. But yeah, so must protect Manhattan, must learn new powers. On the path to unlocking the full potential of his supernatural abilities, Dylan will also seek out his sister, FBC director Jesse Faden, as he struggles to comprehend and contain the dangers that have spilled beyond the confines of the oldest house to tear the world apart. Ah, I'm so excited! I'm so excited! Yeah. Control Resonant pushes our Paranatural Action RPG series into an expansive, reality-warping playground of choice, powers, and consequence. I wonder what the consequences will be like if you can impact the ending. That would be interesting. You don't have to know the first game to jump into the sequel. We made this one easy to pick up and hard to put down. We're pushing the scale beyond anything we've done before, elevating combat, exploration, and storytelling into a bigger, more memorable experience. It's ambitious, a little wild, and we can't wait for players to get lost in it. Which I'm assuming a way bigger scope than Control 1, because Control 1, I would say it's a little bit shorter. I think I used longer playing through Alan Wake 2 than Control 1, so maybe even longer than Alan Wake 2, which would be interesting. Seems a lot of games this year are pushing boundaries. I love that. I love seeing them push boundaries. Yeah. Maybe they will do some sort of proper RPG after all, like quest choices. Yeah, we'll see. Okay, there's another part here. In Control Resonant, players will explore multiple areas of Manhattan in an expansive, unfamiliar world as an invading cosmic force reshapes the environment, defies laws of nature, and distorts gravity, reordering reality into a geophysical nightmare. Players will traverse perception-bending locations and journey beyond the material world into a mysterious, metaphysical space reflecting Dylan Faden's troubled psyche. So they're not shying away from his troubled psyche, which is good because he has gone through some stuff. To tap into power that Dylan must learn to master and make choices to shape abilities that manifest and grow while exploring a deep progression system. Face ever-changing threats head-on, utilizing the environment, unleashing elemental abilities, and wielding the raw force of Dylan's shape-shifting melee weapon, the Aberrant. So they confirming it is a melee weapon, Combos. I'm super excited. Because Jesse was all about the shooting, the pew-pews, the ranged weapon, and then Dylan is going full melee. So you had the scythe, you had the fists, the bonk hammer, the twin weapons, and also elemental powers, which I'm excited for. Also, soft confirms a progression system. Yeah, I think I also saw a tweet. This is the thing. I've seen so much information about this in the last like X amount of hours. Let me see if I can find her. Yeah, I have their press kit, which mostly has images and stuff. Dylan looks very heavy instead of agile. Yeah. More like the buff fighter type. There are a few games which has anti-heroes and not proper good protagonists. Not sure where they will go with him. Yeah, he kind of was a villain in the last game, so it will be interesting to see. Hope we can still grab and eat enemies into other enemies. Only time will tell. But there's one thing. I swear I saw a tweet. Okay, I think I saw this on my phone while I was surfing while trying to fall asleep last night. Or was it this morning? I don't remember. I took a screenshot of it though. Let me find my screenshots. Okay, so this was a screenshot. I don't know how accurate this is because it wasn't from one of the creators. It was from like someone on Twitter summarizing information. But part of what they said here was yeah, a part here said branching missions, events, and rewarding exploration. I wonder if branching missions means like a quest system. Upgradable weapons and psychic abilities. I mean, that's kind of like in the first game as well, so yeah. But the quest system is what I'm interested in. But yeah. Excited. Let me also show you the poster and stuff they had. Here we go. Boom. Oh, it's huge. Yeah, they released like a huge resolution poster for the game. Look at this! It looks so cool! Ah. And they post them with the bonk hammer. Branching missions would be interesting if done right. Yeah. This is the one without the logo. Doesn't it look really cool? Oh god, it looks so trippy. And the hammer. Yes, the bonks. Oh, bonk? Yeah, much bonk. Let me see. I think all the other images they had was images from the trailer. Yeah, like the city. This stuff. Wait, is this Jesse? No. This is probably Dylan. Oh, that kind of seems like a push ability. Yeah, this was in the press kit as well. I don't remember this from the trailer. That extra red? Yeah, that's control red. You'd love to see a massive multi-chapter crossover game for the ultimate finale to the series, where you take turns playing as Dylan, Jesse, Alan, and the detective girl. Oh, Saga. Yeah, that would be kind of cool. Let me see. Let me look through these other pictures then. Ooh. Okay, this is probably from the subway scene that was in the trailer. Just from a different perspective. Definitely looks telekinetic. Yeah. Okay, swinging bonk hammer. These looks like stone people? I don't know. So mysterious. And then we have, I'm assuming, some kind of hiss entity. Ooh, wait, this looks like a spear. That looks like a spear form, Kamals. I don't think we saw that in the trailer. If we did, it must have been really briefly. Then we have this. This was in the trailer. This was like the epic walking out of the underground scene. Then we have a close-up of his non-bald look. The poke build must return, truly. This is a close-up of holding his weapon. Then we have more red. Of course, it's control. We gotta have the close-up reds. A spear? Do I mean a spear? Yeah, a spear. Spear. And then we got this weird head thingy, which I'm assuming will be a boss of some kind. And that was all the pictures that was in here, except for the logo. They also have like nice logo PNGs. Control resonant. Ooh. Oh. I'm so excited. But yeah, overall, I feel like we know a lot, but at the same time, we know so little. Because this is Remedy Studios. And their narratives get crazy. And you just gotta play the game. And then hopefully, less files of lore that has redacted in it. The Control is like redacted the game. When you start reading the files in Control, it's like, oh, And then redacted happened at redacted location and just redacted in the in-game files. Is driving me insane. I was just like, game, give it the lore without all these redacteds. maybe less. We'll see. I know the redacted lore is coming back in full force. No, I believe in less redacted. Redacted was a core feature. No, it was withholding information. It was withholding so much information. Just so much. Oh my god. They think Dylan can read? I think they taught him how to read. I would assume so. I would assume they were teaching him how to read camels. So, that was it for this video. This has been Kana, your local happy peppy duck detective. Always ready to solve a case, open some cards, play games, or make you relax with some ASMR. If you like this video and you want to see more, you can subscribe. Only if you really want to, of course. Or you can check out my other channel if you want to catch me live. See you next time.